And you can't ask your previous employer because...
Because he still hasn't got back the use of his hands.
So, spit it out, Mrs. Raven, nice and slowly, projecting from the diaphragm.
I need you to write me a reference, Doctor.
And the magic word.
Please?
Well, there's only one thing I can say to that, Mrs. Raven.
What?
I'd like a grande cafe latte and an almond croissant. Pronto.
How are you getting on in the loo, sweetheart?
Finished, Mummy.
Clever boy. Daddy'll be just so proud you've plumbed in the new toilet.
And I'm feeling fine.
Thank goodness. Maybe your dad will get some sleep at last. Quick! Pretend you're normal.
I'm normal.
Mrs. Sunday, from the gas board. Check your meter, please.
Could I just see that card again? Only it looked a bit like a Marks and Spencer charge card.
Where is it then, your meter?
Well, it's not in the bedroom. Slow down a minute, so...
How's my little friend?
Kevin Trench, Daily News. See you on the front page.
Oh, sugar.
Did you get it?
Every newsagent in Northolt is sold out of the Daily News. There was one copy left in Pinner, but I had to raise a pensioner for it.
And they won.
Yeah, sorry.
You're flying slower as well. No wonder that reporter tracked you here. George, if that paper reveals who you really are...
I'll have to go into the Ultron superhero relocation program and get a completely new identity.
What new identity?
Well, luckily they give you a choice. So it's either this one or that one. Now, obviously if it's that one, they'll have to move us to another planet.
Or you could move to Norfolk and call it inbreeding. We need to see what he's written. Come on, they'll have a copy at the health centre.
Oh, Janet, I thought I was your friend. Why didn't you tell me?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Raven. I couldn't tell anyone.
Especially not George, eh?
George, what do you mean? Married nurse? Sex romp?
You jammy cow. Oh, just imagine all this time she's been married to you. She's been seen to by the unk in trunks.
No, I'm the... That's right, Mrs. Raven, yes. I'm a man betrayed. I've been wounded to the quick by an adulterous wife.
George?
They don't think I'm Thermo Man.
No, they just think I'm super slut.
We are so lucky. How's my little friend? He shouted in a voice dripping with lust. You should be ashamed of yourself, you trumpet.
Strumpet, George.
If those bed springs could talk, they'd be singing the Hallelujah chorus. He's very good, this trench bloke.
He's all right, George.
Oh, Janet.
Oh, God.
Oh, Janet, I feel your pain. What hell to be caught between your desire for a vastly superior male specimen and your pity for the frankly pathetic inadequate you married. No offence, George.
None taken, Piers.
Although sometimes, Janet, talking helps.
Oh, thank you, Piers.
Not now, Janet. Tomorrow morning, live on BBC One. They'll send a car. And we'll need a medical angle. Rampant nymphomania okay with you?
No, Piers.
Too late for modesty now, Janet. Okay, next patient. Mrs. Psoriasis. Chop, chop.
Well, all's well that ends well. What I don't get is how that trench bloke managed to get a photo of me and not work out that Thermo Man is also your husband.
That's not how their minds work, George. That would be marital sex. Marital sex doesn't sell newspapers. Extramarital sex does.
But what sort of sick degenerate wants to read about extramarital sex all the time?
Hey, Janet, did he keep his helmet on? Is there a trapdoor in his tights?
Ah, right.
Hiya, dirtbag.
Ah, yeah, dog breath.
Hey, I came over as soon as I heard. I want you to know I think this is filth. Vile, disgusting filth. Could you autograph it for me?
What?
I could get £400 for this on the internet.
No problem.
What are you doing? This is my reputation you're playing with, my good name.
Mrs. Sunday, do you remember me, Kevin Trench, Daily News?
Your mother must be so proud of you.
Not since I exposed her for fiddling a pension. Now, let me do you a favour, Poppet. In about 30 minutes' time, this place will be besieged with hacks.
Oi, Slimeball. Unless you're here for a consultation, you better sling your hook.
Here's 40 quid.
Carry on, Mr. Trench. I see you're not disturbed.
Now, you can either have all those nasty journos shouting at you, or, better idea, you give me the exclusive, you get on with your lives.
Hey, fella. You can't just come barging in here and start demanding exclusives. These are sensitive people. Especially the broad who's been stooping the alien.
Are you the husband?
I'm his personal representative. The husband is the guy right here. Well, he was. Look, you want a quote, you gotta come through me. You're in the big leagues now, bud, and I know just how much this story is worth.
40 quid?
Done.
No, my man. Over here. Lick your lips.
Hi, big boy. Fancy steaming up the windows with a real woman this time.
Nobody is that brave, Mrs. Raven. Mr. Trench, it's come to my attention that certain things are being said about me. Therefore, I have decided to set the record straight once and for all. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
George, they didn't believe the last guy.
So why are you in Mrs. Sunday's flat saying, how's my little friend?
Ah, that's easy. I was talking about the baby.
Well, you fly to Northolt 20 times a day to visit some baby.
He's not just some baby. He's the cutest little baby in the whole world.
Thermoman.
Look, I've got photos. There he is in the bath. And did I say something wrong?
You've really done it now, Daddy.
Why couldn't you just keep your old Tronian mouth shut?
All I was trying to say was...
George, people like Kevin Trench never let the facts get in the way of an exclusive. It was him who broke the story about Anne Widdecombe and Sting.
I mean, the newspapers sometimes print things that aren't true.
Give that man a coconut.
Are you saying that Freddie Starr doesn't eat hamsters? That Richard Littlejohn isn't the voice of reason? Wow, this is big.
Finally.
And here's me thinking the Beckhams really did call their kid Brooklyn.
Oh, Lord, what are we going to do? Life just can't get any worse than this.
It's your parents.
Life obviously can. Mum, Dad, look.
I'm completely lost for words, Janet.
You see, Janet, at least some good's come out of it.
To think my only daughter having an affair
Mum, listen.
with a superhero. I'm so proud, darling.
Proud?
Well done, Precious. I knew eventually you'd make something of your life.
But of all the women he could have seduced, oh, brings tears to my eyes. Janet, is he here?
No. Mum, I thought you believed in the sanctity of marriage.
Darling, if there was a superhero standing in front of me right now, believe me, I'd throw myself straight at him.
Believe me, he'd throw you straight back.
And Dad, what about you?
Well, I'd never throw myself at a superhero. I'm not that way.
No. How would you feel if Mum went off with a superhero?
I'd be thrilled. I'd be thrilled if she went off with anyone.
Look, we're getting sidetracked. Now, I know we've had our differences in the past, but the thing is, you've got the press camped outside, and it's important to get you all sorted out and happy as soon as possible.
Oh, thanks, Mum.
Yes, thank you, Ella.
So here's the divorce papers for you both to sign.
And here's a seating plan for your wedding to Thermo Man.
And how exactly is this going to make us all happy?
Well, we'll be happy, and you'll be happy with Thermo Man, and George will be happy with... Well, does it matter?
We are not getting divorced.
You've got to for the sake of the child. He needs his father.
I am his father.
No, George, Thermo Man's the father. It says so in the papers.
And you believe everything you read in the papers, do you?
Oh, we do it. It's a Daily Mail.
Janet, are you saying